Welcome to another episode of HKB. I'm Leon.
I'm Shaz, and this is the channel where we go to Hong Kong and beyond.
On today's episode, we're having a look at another treat from CineAsia. This film is Over My Dead Body from 2023.
林海峰 Seaside Heights 生活喺度，你將會享受到最尊貴非凡嘅法式生活。
Avez-vous besoin de travailler de moi？
點啊？笑雲地啊？你唔係講好咗同我浪跡天涯嘅咩？老婆
Over My Dead Body is a black comedy, and it will be released in UK cinemas on the 21st of April.
If you are a Hong Kong movie fan and you like to see what great new movies come out of Hong Kong, then this is definitely one of them. Don't be blinkered and just looking at everything back in the past all the time and all the marvellous new releases we've got on Blu-ray. Have a little look at something new, something incredible, something very, very good. So, thanks to our friends at CineAsia, we have a synopsis. It might not be a brief one, so bear with me. A dead body and a hodgepodge of homeowners in a residential building on a single night, all hell breaks loose. On a night like any other, Ming, together with his wife and mother-in-law, finds an anonymous dead body lying at their doorstep. They might not know who the body was, but they have no doubt that their unit will become a murder home once this is exposed. Its property value will nosedive and they will be transformed from blissful homeowners to miserable victims. So they decide to pass the buck to their neighbours. There are 11 living residents in 4 units on the same floor. Beside Ming's family of 5, there are the retired elderly couple, Mr. and Mrs. Chan, the single lady Mary and her maid, and the Cheungs, an irascible father and cantankerous son. Last but not least, there is this mysterious woman from an upper floor who chain smokes. This motley group of residents start fighting against one another, striving to wash their own hands off the dead body. But when the day is about to break and nothing has been resolved, they cannot help but work together to transport the body away from their building. This is a story about a dead body, but this is also a story about living people.
Thank you for that, Leon. That was a great synopsis provided by CineAsia. So just have a little rundown of some of the cast and crew. So film produced by Amy Chin, directed by Ho Cheuk-Tin, and I think he has also directed The Sparring Partner, hasn't he?
Yeah, which I believe has 16 nominations at the Hong Kong Film Awards this year, the 41st ones.
Wow. A film was written by Kong Ho-Yan and Amy Chin. The film stars Teresa Mo, Ronald Cheng, Wong Yau-Nam, Jennifer Yu, Edan Lui, Alan Yeung, Wai-Leun, Lau Kong, and Bonnie Wong.
Wow, what a cast. We've got experienced hands in there, and we've got a lot of new upcoming talent too that are just stamping out their careers and marking the territory, you know. There's some great names in there, and we got 2 of the lads from Mirror. We got Edan Lui and Jiro Lee, and we've seen and covered films from them before. We covered A Chilly Laugh Story, which also had Edan Lui with Ronald Cheng. They played a father and son in that as well, so they're reunited in this film as father and son. And then we had Teresa Mo and Jiro Lee in Mama's Affair, which we also covered, courtesy of CineAsia, who were also reunited in this.
Yeah.
So it's good that we're getting these new cross-film relationships with these stars, and you know, a mixture of classic talent and new talent.
We also have Alan Yeung, who was the main killer in Sparring Partner, and Mak Pui-Tung, who was Angus in The Sparring Partner.
They were great in that.
And they were great in this.
And they were great in this. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. this director, Ho Cheuk-Tin, I think we're going to be keeping an eye out for everything he does, because what a flying star. I mean, the Sparring Partner, then Over My Dead Body, that's 2 for 2, straight out the ballpark.
Yeah, both fantastic.
Absolutely incredible films. If you haven't seen our review of Sparring Partner, after you've watched this one, please go and watch that. That film is also incredible. But this one, to us, was a complete surprise until we had it brought to our attention by CineAsia, and thank you again, guys. We really do appreciate this. And we didn't know about it, and probably a lot of you guys out there have never heard of this, but please put it on your radar. This film is a fantastic black comedy. You've got stellar performances in this. All the cast are on fire. You can tell that the film obviously means a lot to them, because as well as being a film, it's also a commentary on life in Hong Kong at the moment, and it encapsulates the value of property and how important it is, and how paranoid owners are about losing value on their homes. So, you know, it's got that, but it also is giving a great laugh to the audience too, a little wink wink, nudge nudge. And I think that's really skilled filmmaking to deliver a message, but also to deliver it with extreme entertainment. And I do mean extreme entertainment. There was a lot in this that made me laugh, a lot of delicate little touches too.
Yes. You wash your hands.
That did make me laugh.
Yeah, that was great.
That was the old couple, Mr. and Mrs. Chan, and you see him coming out the toilet and she shouts, "Have you washed your hands?" And he does what you may have seen at work or public toilet, where somebody just touches the soap, puts it under the water, and then dries it. I have seen that at work. It disgusts me. Why do people do it? You know who you are. So who stood out in this one for you, Shaz?
Oh, that's really difficult. I think everyone was just great in it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wouldn't like to pick somebody because, like I say, they were all just great.
Okay.
What about you? Have you got someone in mind that you think?
I really like them all. I really do. But I'm gonna go and pick somebody, yeah. And this might make you laugh now. I've got a confession first to make here on the channel right now. I think I'm developing a bit of a crush on Teresa Mo. You know, she looks great still, doesn't she? She looks absolutely fantastic, and she's brilliant in this. You know,
Yeah.
I think she's having a bit of a renaissance with films like this and Maman's Affair, and you know, I just love her. Back from the days when she was in like Hard Boiled with Cheng and Fat, she was fantastic, and now she's out there doing stuff like this. You know, some people might have written her off, but she's having a great resurgence, and even though she's always been doing stuff, I feel like she's really in the limelight at the minute, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I might have it all wrong back to front, but from my perspective, I'm really impressed with what she's doing. I really like Ronald Cheng as well. He makes me laugh.
Yeah.
You know? And
That's great.
Alan Yeung, the guy that played the main killer in Sparring Partner.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's a new comedy favourite for me. I mean...
Yeah, how strange, 2 completely different roles.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
And he's great at both.
Yeah.
You know, serious and crazy comedy.
All I can think about is the bit where they get stuck out on the crane. I need to go to the toilet.
That was good.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm losing it. But yeah, that's just so fresh in my mouth.
Of all the places to meet the toilet.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Oh God. I'm trying to dial it back here, guys, but yeah, as you may tell, this film made me and Shaz laugh an awful lot. It was absolutely cracking comedy.
It was fast-paced.
Fast-paced. The situational comedy like that is brilliant when it's done completely right. And this was done fantastically, the timing and how things go from bad to worse. And they really do go from bad to worse, don't they? And everybody's great in it. If you take a look at anybody in the cast from this and search them on HKMDB, you can go, oh my God, that person's in that and that I've seen. You won't realise, like the old guy, Mr. Chan.
Yeah, you were quite surprised.
I was surprised, yeah. I'm like, oh, he was in like Last Hurrah for Chivalry by John Woo back in the day. And then you check everything else. And also the wife in this, I believe she was the person running the boat races in Men on the Dragon, which we also covered. So we're joining up the dots again. We're weaving that massive tapestry, and this is a great piece of it, this film.
Yes.
I feel you've got to get onto this director and you've got to take a look at this cast. Anything with the boys from Mura, and they seem to be in really good high profile projects. And Teresa Mo, you've got to see her and everything she's in. She's killing it at the minute. Anybody else you wanted to point out there, Shaz?
I really like Wong Yau-Nam in this, and he played Ming, the son-in-law of Teresa Mo's character. And it's really funny actually, because right at the beginning of the film, him and his wife are trying to have a bit of private time, which I guess is very difficult when you're sharing an apartment with your mother-in-law, your daughter, and a brother of your wife. And yes, things don't go quite to plan for them. But again, that's just another element of the story of, you know, the young couple with their daughter. They want to move out, and how difficult it is for them to get their own place. And there's quite an interesting discussion with the mother-in-law, isn't there? And what they can do in raising the finances. So yeah, I really like that it started like that as a sort of setting before.
Yeah, I did.
The craziness.
And there is craziness. There's a bit of abstractness to like the Sparring Partner. We fade away to some scenes that are surreal and almost dreamlike.
Yeah.
We've got some
yes, I like that
historic looking scene.
Yeah.
Like France back in the, what times would they be? But where they have those big wigs and the big gowns and all that stuff. So that looks really good.
Yeah, I like that.
And the music in this film really, really good too. I believe there was a song by Jiro Lee in it.
Yes.
And we did notice, because we was commenting on how this film put us in mind of Dream Home with Josie Ho, that she came up on the cast list, didn't she, at the end? I think she might have had something to do with the production or some such, definitely behind the scenes.
I don't think she was in the film, although the mother of Edan Lui's character, when it showed her leaving, she had a bit of a Josie Ho hairstyle.
She did, didn't she?
For a moment, we were thinking, oh, is that Josie Ho? But I don't think it was.
It wasn't. But yeah, she did have like one of those sort of severe fringes that Josie seems to be able to wear and sport better than anybody. For me, this is a really, really high recommendation.
Oh, absolutely. And me, 100% recommend this film.
So you've heard it here first, folks. If you can get a chance to go and see this one at cinema, please go and do it. If you like a good laugh, you will not regret it. This film is fantastic. Any more words before we go, Shaz?
No, I think we've covered everything.
Then in that case, we will catch you guys on the next one.